Hey there, I'm Mark from Spectrum Pulse, and today we have from RiTchie Triple Digits 112. Not gonna mince words, I've long felt a twinge of regrets that I only really got to injury reserve in 2021 after Stepa J. Groggs' passing. Not only did it feel like I missed an act that I could have really come to like, with Floss as a mixtape that went so goddamn hard, with the added frustration that by the time I get to Phoenix has never really clicked for me as a whole, it felt like I really missed out. So when I heard that RiTchie was going to be releasing a solo project away from By Storm, I really wanted to hear it, get around to it, give him a proper chance. And you know, it's certainly intriguing. Not quite a back to basics approach compared to the genre-breaking experimentation of By the Time I Get to Phoenix, so much as a recentering, where RiTchie bends his style into a grainy, melodic, constantly warping flow, where so much of this album is, well, rap about rapping, but not quite in the way you might think. RiTchie has always had a fondness for more complicated lyricism, but here there's an element of metatext in asking, why not just go do it? Go down some more creative and dexterous rabbit holes that might not be fully grasped or immediately understood, but are more personally fulfilling, or dare I even say it, fun. And hell, when it's so blisteringly hot outside in the streets, why bother chasing the heat when you can find some relief? It sure as hell's better than gatekeeping it. And it leads to some interesting detours and expansions across the album, like the jabs taken at the industry clout chasers with Amine on Dizzy, or how much of the artistry is misunderstood or compromised on The Thing with Quelle Chris. RiTchie gets that so much of this is fronting and cosplay, but stepping outside of that can be kind of disorienting and very uncertain, and you could play it safe, or you could actually make something interesting and see where that takes you. So by necessity, and despite its relatively brief runtime, it's a looser, shaggier listen, and how much you're able to click with RiTchie's voice creaking through the auto-tune and pitch-shifting glitch, or just bending into Andre 3000-esque vocal inflections as the production feels increasingly fragmented, kind of up in the air. RiTchie Valens, at least for me, is the most prominent example where some of the squeaking ad-libs just kind of kill it. It's probably the weakest song on the album for me, but there's a lot I still like. The lo-fi roiling crank of What Do You Try to Do, the shuffling ache of the title track, the ramshackle beat and pianos of Looping, the borderline robotic Get a Fade that's actually a cover of Girlpool's cover of Cut Your Bangs, and especially the aching organ and guitar samples that are shuddering through Dizzy, and the sandy bounce that came through on The Thing. The production's really going into interesting places. But as a whole, it's a really nice diversion. It has the feel of RiTchie still feeling out where he wants his sound to go. And there's a lot of promising ideas here where maybe a little bit more structure and meat and momentum would help them hit a little more consistently as a whole. In other words, I absolutely think this is good, it's worth hearing, but it's the next project that has me truly intrigued where RiTchie might take the temperature. Until then, check this out. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If you want to see more, please be sure to like, share, drop comments, and subscribe. This was a really intriguing project. I'm curious how more diehard fans of Injury Reserve or RiTchie might be able to actually cotton on to this. I kind of feel a little still at a distance, but there's more to it that I like, and I definitely will recommend it. Beyond that, though, anything else I might be able to do to improve my presentation, I'm all ears. And if y'all want to get involved in helping support the channel, get albums onto my schedule so I'm not this late, maybe argue with me on my Discord, link to my Patreon is right over there. Don't feel obligated, tough times, but the option's available. Till then, I'm Mark, you're watching Spectrum Pulse, and I'll see you next time.